Hey, and welcome to The Explainer. Have you ever looked at a company's financial report and just seen, well, a page of numbers? What if I told you it's actually a secret diary, and it's spilling all the details on a company's biggest wins and its most painful failures? Well, today, we're going to crack that code. We're going to learn how to read the stories hidden inside the data.
So, let me ask you, when you see a financial report, what do you really see? Is it just a confusing jumble of debits and credits? Or could it be something more? Could it really be that company's diary, full of its ambitions, its anxieties, and its plans for the future?
The key to unlocking that diary, to really understanding it, is learning how to read it. And that right there is where financial analysis comes in. It's really the art of finding the story that's hiding in the numbers. And believe me, it's a skill that can help you make way smarter decisions, both with your money and in your career.
Okay, so what is this thing, really? Well, the official definition is that financial statement analysis is the process of critically evaluating financial information to understand a firm's operations and make decisions. But you know what? Think of it like detective work for business. Seriously. You're the detective taking all this raw data and turning it into a really clear picture of a company's financial health.
Now, this whole process really boils down to two key parts. Over on one side, you've got analysis. That's all about gathering and organizing your clues, just getting the facts straight. And then on the other side, you have interpretation, which is all about figuring out what those clues actually mean. And you absolutely cannot have one without the other. Analysis without interpretation? That's just a bunch of numbers. And interpretation without analysis is, well, it's just pure guesswork.
So, if we're the detectives, who else is reading this story? And what exactly are they looking for when they crack open a company's books?
Turns out there's a whole cast of characters looking at these reports. You've got investors, of course, lenders, the company's own management team. You've even got suppliers, what the report calls trade payables, the businesses the company owes money to, and even labor unions. And as you can probably guess, every single one of them is reading that same financial story for a completely different reason. Let's just look at what drives them. If you're an investor, you're asking, should I buy, sell, or hold on to my shares? So you're laser focused on profitability. But a lender, they're wondering, can this company actually pay back its loans? So they care way more about long-term survival. Meanwhile, the company's own management is asking, how well are we actually using what we've got? See, everyone is digging for a different answer in the exact same set of numbers.
So to find all those different answers, our financial investigators, well, they need the right set of tools.
Just like any good detective, you need a toolkit to uncover the truth that's hiding in all that data. So let's open it up and take a look at the 5 essential techniques that every financial analyst uses.
And here they are, the Detective's Toolkit. First up, comparative statements, which lets you compare financials over time. Then you've got common size statements, which helps you see how different parts of the business stack up against each other. There's trend analysis for spotting patterns over several years. Ratio analysis, which is crucial for measuring the relationships between different numbers. And finally, cash flow analysis, which gets right down to the nitty-gritty of where the actual money is going. These 5 tools are the absolute core of the whole thing.
All right, that's enough theory. It's great, but let's see how this stuff actually works in the real world. We're going to grab our first tool, comparative statements, and jump into a little mini investigation.
So this first tool is sometimes called horizontal analysis. And why is that? It's pretty simple, actually. It's because you're literally reading the numbers from left to right, straight across time. This side-by-side view lets you instantly see the direction of change and just how big that change is.
Okay, here it is, our case file. This is a comparative balance sheet for a company called J Limited, showing its finances for 2016 and 2017. Now, at first glance, yeah, it's just a table of numbers. But let's start digging for clues.
And boom, right away, our first clue just jumps off the page. Look at that! Share capital is up by over 33% in just 1 year. That is a huge increase, and it almost certainly means the company brought in a bunch of new cash by issuing more shares.
But wait a second. Right below that, we find another clue. And this one's a little weird. The company's reserve and surplus, basically its savings account of accumulated profits, has dropped by a full 25%. Now this is where the story starts to get really interesting.
So you see what's happening? One number shoots up, another one drops down. The company raised a ton of new money, but its savings took a major hit. So what's the deal?
Did they just have a really bad year? Are they plowing money into some huge new project? This one comparison doesn't give us the final answer, but it tells us there's a complex story here, and it points us exactly where we need to investigate next.
And that right there, that's the real reason we do this. This is all about getting from the raw data to making critical decisions. This whole process is designed to transform that raw, messy data into insights you can actually use. This isn't just some academic exercise, not at all. It's about making smarter, more confident choices, whether you're thinking about investing your money, lending to a business, or running one yourself.
You know, there's a line from the source material that just nails this whole idea. It says, "The objective of the analysis is to know the weaknesses and strengths of the firm and to make a forecast about the future." That's it, right? By understanding the story the numbers have told us so far, we can make a much better guess about the chapters that haven't even been written yet.
So, there you have it. We've opened up the detective's toolkit. We've even run our first quick investigation. We've seen how you can turn a simple page of numbers into a compelling narrative. That's the real power of financial analysis. So the next time you look at a financial report, don't just see the numbers, see the story, and then ask yourself, what am I going to uncover?